This is my business proposal presentation for Business 470 Applied Business Project. Workplace communication breakdowns. Workplace communication breakdowns occur when information isn't effectively understood, acted upon, or exchanged. This leads to a misalignment between interpretation and intent. When the messages aren't received or conveyed accurately, there is often a discrepancy with what is said and what is understood. After reviewing and surveying a local company and their employees, results showed the top reasons for the breakdowns in their place of business include unclear expectations, lack of feedback, emotional barriers, and an overload of information. But not every company that experiences communication breakdowns go through the same causes. Breakdowns often stem from poor leadership or management, lack of active listening, unclear goals and expectations, cultural or language barriers, and a lack of structure and planning. When leaders are disengaged, inconsistent, or micromanage employees, it causes low morale, destroys trust, and takes away accountability. If team members or leaders are not truly listening, problems go unnoticed until they become major problems. Feedback is lost or not given at all, and team members feel undervalued. Without clear direction, teams work in isolation, move in different ways, or duplicate work. This leads to inefficiency and confusion. When it comes to cultural and language barriers, misinterpretation, context, or intent can cause major mistakes and serious tension, especially due to cultural norms and language. This causes a high risk of errors, misunderstandings, and delays, as critical information connected to project safety, specifications, and task assignments may be misinterpreted, leading to a compromising the overall project timeline and possible rework. Workplace communication breakdowns. Key signs of breakdowns in the workplace include incomplete tasks or missed deadlines, increased tension and distrust, frequent conflicts, low engagement and morale, and frequent misunderstandings. When expectations are not clearly communicated, projects fail or stall, causing missed deadlines and incomplete tasks. Teams may experience strained relationships, and employees may act defensively or may withdraw completely. Engagement and morale is affected because employees feel left out, unmotivated, or undervalued. And of course, there is an increase in the number of misunderstandings when instructions are misinterpreted, leading to rework and errors. Consequences include losing out on revenue, a decrease in productivity, high employee turnover, and damage to the company's reputation. Ineffective communication hinders project progress, wastes resources, and can lead to major financial losses. For example, a staggering 37 billion is lost annually in the UK and US alone due to miscommunication in the workplace. This is a huge loss, and companies can become financially unstable if it continues for too long. Turnover rates are affected because dissatisfied employees, overwhelmed by low morale, are more likely to seek new jobs where they feel appreciated. And internal dysfunction often spills over, affecting customer service and ultimately the company's external brand. Proposed solution. Finding solutions to workplace communication breakdowns is essential because it prevents mistakes, boosts productivity, and reduces conflict. When there is effective communication in the workplace, employees feel valued and engaged by fostering a collaborative and positive culture. Poor communication slows down workflows, causes errors, erodes trust, which is why finding solutions is so vital. Common solutions include offering training and language courses, defining and clarifying communication plans, practicing active listening, implementing communication feedback systems, and clarifying roles and goals. It's suggested that all project leaders should focus on implementing training courses to enhance communications. Workshops and language lessons should be provided to help create positive attributes and an understanding of cultural differences between local and foreign employees. Clearly define communication procedures and channels to all those involved in the project is essential for achieving project goals and enhancing information efficiently. Without clearly defining communication procedures, teams will suffer from information isolation and misunderstandings. So establishing these guidelines will ensure efficiency is maximized, information reaches the right people, and goals are aligned. Practicing active listening encourages employees to listen rather than just reply and verify their understanding by repeating key points back to the speaker. A feedback system is important to prevent delays in information delivery that may impact critical path activities, which leads to project delays. The system should incorporate open dialogue between employees at all levels and top management. And clarifying both roles and goals ensures everyone understands their responsibilities and what success looks like. Implementing the solution. Implementing solutions for workplace communication breakdowns require a structured approach that addresses both cultural habits and technical skills. When offering training and language courses, needs should be assessed first by evaluating the current communication hurdles among employees. Blended learning should be implemented by combining in-person sessions, virtual lessons, and self-paced courses to ensure different learning styles are being accommodated. And recognizing employee efforts in training with career development opportunities and rewards will help increase participation. Defining and clarifying communication plans should begin by creating a plan that defines what information is shared, who needs to talk to who, how the information is shared, and when it is shared. Channels should be assigned by explicitly defining the purpose of each channel to avoid confusion. For example, email should be used for formal documentation and a channel that everyone has access to should be used for team collaboration. Practicing active listening starts with training employees how to focus on the speaker's intent, not just the words, and to avoid interrupting. Staff should be trained how to use positive body language to show engagement. Leaning forward, nodding, and maintaining eye contact are great examples of positive body language. And role-playing uses team-building exercises where employees must summarize a colleague's point of view in order to improve comprehension and empathy. Implementing communication feedback systems begin by creating multiple channels by utilizing a mix of anonymous surveys and one-on-one meetings to gather input. Using instant messaging tools for immediate peer-to-peer or manager-to-peer feedback is how to utilize real-time feedback. And closing the loop will help with consistently reporting back on feedback received and actions taken to build accountability and trust. Closed loop communication is a communication technique based on the sender sending a message, preferably designating to the receiver. The receiver receives it, interprets it, and acknowledges delivery to the sender by confirming it. And finally, the sender, by listening to the acknowledgement, ensures the message has been properly understood. This technique is especially helpful in high-stake environments like aviation, military operations, and healthcare. Clarifying roles and goals by defining SMART goals will ensure all goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely, which is a method for formulating personal development plans. Documenting role responsibilities by creating clear, written descriptions of roles and responsibilities between departments to minimize friction. Conducting regular brief check-ins to align team efforts with overall company goals. And mapping communication to company objectives ensures every communication initiative is linked directly to a business goal to prevent unnecessary noise. Effectiveness of the solution. Implementing solutions such as training, defined plans, active listening, feedback systems, and role clarifications is highly effective for addressing workplace communication breakdowns. Offering training and language courses has a high effectiveness, mainly for reducing errors and fostering inclusion and understanding in diverse teams. These two enhances clarity, reduces work-related safety incidents, and increases employee retention. Defining and clarifying communication plans serves as a roadmap for efficient resource allocation and consistent messaging, which has a high effectiveness. Practicing active listening has a very high effectiveness because it is considered a strategic advantage because it builds trust and creates psychological safety. Implementing communication feedback systems transforms communication from one-way directives to two-way dialogue, which makes the effectiveness high. Regular feedback and check-ins enables employees to correct course in real time, rather than waiting for annual reviews. And clarifying roles and goals has a high effectiveness because it is crucial for aligning individual efforts with organization objectives. When roles are unclear, companies experience more failure within the environment. To be most effective, these solutions should be implemented together to foster a culture of open and transparent communication. And that is the end of the presentation. I hope this was insightful and you enjoyed it. Thank you very much and have a good day.